Oh, welcome to the Farfinger Gaming. I'm really tired right now. Apparently, Curly Joe's bus driver, Pugapi Adams, has drove us all over Ohio. Um, I tried to get off the bus a couple times, but he wouldn't let me. He said it was for my own safety and then threw me in the back of the bus. I don't think that's how a bus is supposed to work. I think you're supposed to allow the passenger to, make their own choices, and we weren't allowed to. And that was really a bad idea. I did, was making the bus and having him drive it. Uh, I'm sorry. Well, at least you apologized. Frater would always say that. He said, "Wait, what did you say? You said you were sorry. Well, I have to forgive you for that." He was mostly curly. He was mostly making fun of people who, a lot of times people say sorry, but they don't really mean it. It's just, you gotta mean it from the heart. I was wrong. I'm sorry. Let's move on. That's the whole point of it. Not to be like, well, I'm sorry, but as Pee Wee Herman would say, I'm not sorry. Ha ha ha. I remember that movie. That was a funny movie. So we're in November now. Well, actually, we're not sure. So, based on how we upload these shows, and in premise it should be, or it's in the end of October, which is around Halloween. And, Mr. Pennypacker, is there any plans for that? There's so much going on in the other universe, the other show, in regards to that. I don't see a point. You just do wrestling. I mean, unless you're gonna have a show from Halloween Havoc. I mean, that you could do that, but I don't really think you could see the shows are getting shorter, and I don't really think I want to invest a lot into this unless there's a big story plot going on. There's a little bit of a lag. So I know you're thinking, how's Dark Milo? Well, he's still in the box, and he's really not been content, and you're non-tent, you get put in a box, and Curly Joe's been really good content. I like that. Curly Joe, how was the bus? Oh, I think it was a bad idea. Well, yeah, I mean, you had Pugapi Adams as your driver. I really don't know what the idea was with that. I mean, I didn't really approve that. I'm still trying to look through the system. I'm having a present investigation how he got through to this universe. And I don't know. I think Frater has been tampering with the code. This is very serious stuff. This is not good. Not really. Okay. So there's not really any kind of skits, right? There's just talk. So you guys get with the game. Here we go, wrestling now. Oh, Joe, it's time for wrestling. We got the British Bulldogs, a Hart Foundation, and a team of Ricky Steamboat and the Jimmy Snuka. I got inspired by that because I remember on wrestling tape, I think they made a team together back in like the late 70s in Japan. That's really upscale. I don't believe you even remember such thing. Well, it's a triple threat tornado tag. It's it's got tag rules. It's not. Well, no, wait, hold on a second. This is tornado. So this is just going to be all over the place. Well, apparently it's. I thought I said. Oh, you can't remember. It's gonna be crazy. Well, Joe, it is. Here comes the Hart Foundation, And here they come. Oh, Joe, that's pretty accurate. We got a karaoke master on our hands here. Oh, you just teaser. Uh-oh, we got Horseshack in the house. Oh, crikeys. We got ourselves the Hart Foundation, and they're here. And WrestleMania. And I gotta admit, look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think this is the best WrestleMania arena I've ever seen of all the ones I've seen. Not even WrestleMania is pretty nice arena too. Great, that's actually it's Caesar's Palace. That's actually a fairly nice arena, Joe. Um, but this one is from Tampa Bay in Florida. And it is a nice one, the home of the Buccaneers. Is that a lacrosse team or something? Badminton. I like badminton. I like badminton. Well, it's not badminton, it's football. I used to have an EA account. And hacker stole it. I can't play Madden anymore. Wow, Joe. That's the problem, they don't really care. You just call tech support and say, I can't get into this account. And they're like, okay, here's the password, and you just stole someone's account because someone in tech support don't care. So now what is going on? We got Jimmy Snuka coming in the ring, and he's going to be with Steamboat. I know you're going to say, why aren't they teamed together? But I just didn't get around to making the entrance for them at the time. I just kind of thought, Snuka's got a cool entrance, so and Steamboat has a cool entrance, so. I'll be honest, the creative wrestler of Steamboat looks like him, but he's kind of a little bit too much as far as his moves and stuff. I'm going to be honest with you, Joe. We do a lot of this game, and I know you're going to think, like, people at home are like, man, you guys really control it well and stuff. And it's like, you don't understand. This is all the computer. I think I might need to rant a little bit. Uh-oh, he's going to get mad. Joe, you know how it is. The game is just a bunch of kicking and punching with quick time events, and if you don't really are very good at that kind of thing, you're gonna suck at this. It doesn't have that comfort feel like No Mercy, and I know I'm kind of like winding things up, and that's why I'm kind of hoping for AEW Fight Forever. That's gonna be the thing. With this, we're still going to do simulated matches because I think the computer does okay. I've heard complaints, and we've seen things here at Santa Cruz as far as the computer in this game, but I don't think it's that bad. And yep, it's a tornado match. I think I may not have planned this to be a tornado match. I mean, I was I think, hoping for like a, but that was kind of what it came out to be. Like I couldn't tell it to have tag rules, and it wouldn't let me, and I don't know why. I guess they didn't want to program having another team be on the other side of the ring, or you know what I mean? Like, it's a little complication. Well, yeah, I know what you mean. I'm sorry, folks. Joe's a lot to handle, and yeah, I like to handle a big car. Oh, you're not a car, but okay. So right now, getting back to the action here. Of course, I was a little frustrated. I thought I could play this too, and I'm really suck. I'm really horrible at it. And I guess you could say, well, you just need to listen to the tutorial. I did that in 2K, and I did better doing that. But I shouldn't. I don't know. I have this sort of the man complex. I feel like I shouldn't have to look at like it's funny on the table. There's something on the table, and it won't stop spinning over and over. I think it was like a pen or something. And it was like I was watching that for a second. My eye caught it, and it was like the physics of the pen just kept spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning longer, and it showed up. I love ragdoll physics. I love when stuff happens in games, and it's just like computer just screws up, and that was a mess right there. I don't even know how to explain how you do that move without like both guys getting ricocheted or something. Okay, so this is a pretty wild match, though. I mean, it's fairly crazy, and you can see. I don't know if I set it to disqualification. There's no count out because I didn't want this to end that way, but this is back. So basically, I think what I did is I did set it to disqualification because I didn't want the guys grabbing weapons and turning this into a hardcore match. I was kind of like, well, they're talented enough; they don't need weapons. So, you know what I mean? It's sort of like my attitude about. So you would ask the question yourself, why is this in a modern arena? Because later on, especially when we really got into simulated matches, we started to do some stuff in original arenas. Like what happened is because I actually thought that some of these matches were entertaining enough that look, I don't have Peacock. Once I want to watch the Royal Rumble this year, but I can't access it. But I don't like the talent. I don't like the roster. I'm not really into the booking. And why would I just want the guys I used to watch as a kid and as a teenager and young adult? Well, you can have all that in this game. So all you need to do is, you can record the matches. You can record a variety of matches, and then when it's time, you just sort of put the folder of all the video footage into you put that into a folder, and then you just put in the VLC player on random, and then it's like a Royal Rumble or a WrestleMania or whatever, and that's what we do here. Of course, I have to remind myself too. It's with August coming, and that probably I want to do a WrestleMania. And do like a SummerSlam and stuff. And also let you know too, in AEW, I saw video footage. You could do a German suplex to someone against the barricade, and it'll knock the whole row down. That is neat. That is neat, Joe. I really will do. It's very wild stuff. Very crazy, wild stuff indeed. And Dustin Rhodes is in that game. Kenny Omega, Sting, Owen Hart. Oh, that's great. I miss you. Yeah, I do too. And you know what? He looks like Owen Hart too. I know somebody could say oh, this is Owen Hart I made, and it's like you look at him and it's just a guy with blonde hair. It's just a Ken doll. It doesn't look like Owen. We know what Owen Hart looks like. Owen has a very particular, forehead and nose and stuff. Everyone has a particular look, dude. All right. Some people have big noses, like Ice Poseidon has a very, very large schnoz. He's a very big nose. Oh, well, look, yeah, he does, And now he's too rich to even need to have to do anything anymore. He can just sit around and do nothing. Although I think he's under contract. He might need to at least do some gambling streams. But that's outside of Saturn Grove. We don't really care. I don't think we care. I mean, when you say care, I don't think you mean me and you. I think you're talking about Mr. Payback. What he likes. Wow, that's actually the truth. Yeah, that's actually the truth. I mean, we really can't do jack without his true input on anything. Like, when we had Pukapi Adams appear, I can tell he wasn't like, he was like, what did you do? Because that's not I don't allow stuff from Dimension 2 or whatever it's called to appear here, without my express input. He kind of allowed, he didn't send him away right away as it was funny, and that's why he did that, Joe. And poor Dynamite Kid just got his legs whacked off the table there. That's really painful. I would assume it is very painful. And there is a big slammeroo. It's a big slammeroo. Well, it's a painful thing. Okay, so you know, there comes the sharpshooter. Can he get him to tap? I don't. Yeah, submissions are on, and he breaks it up. It's not really an animation to break up a move. It's you kind of caught something there, Joe. There isn't really an animation that, when the guy goes over and slaps you on the back, and you go, wow, 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 I like the hold, and it's sort of like, no, it's more like he hit the hitbox, and then the game developers are like, well, he's gonna let it go now because whatever, we're not gonna make an animation for that. It doesn't make sense. I mean, you go all this trouble. I mean, look at these graphics. They're really nice, but you can see it. There's stuff that's missing. Wow, Joe, they make a game every year. They make a Joe. I think what they do is they have like a project on the side for things they want to do in maybe like 5 years or something. Like maybe they do make like some kind of new animation or whatever, but it may not be in next year's game or something like that. Or I'm just guessing that. I mean, clearly, see, with 2K22, this is the game you're looking at. We got 2K23 as well. We play both here because Mr. Pennypacker said, well, 2K22, I got all the WWF guys from the 80s and 90s in there. But then on the 2K23 side, because they got war games, I got like the NWA guys, WCW guys, but I have some Attitude Era too in there, just in case I decide to do that kind of thing. Because he kind of said that he thinks the AI in that game is a little better with more like hardcore tag matches and stuff. Like they seem to understand to grab weapons more so, but with this game, I don't know. Sometimes it's okay, and then it's like not okay. Well, yeah, sometimes you're good and sometimes you're not. And the Steamboat is really taking people for a tour there, just totally flipping them over. And now Steamboat is go working on that arm. Dynamite Kid taking a dive off the top there. It's a very entertaining match, and understand this is not something you probably would have seen. Yeah, this is over now. No, rope break. I didn't see that coming. But like I said, this is not something you would normally have seen back in the days. I know what you're going to say, why in a modern arena, and, like I stated, but I like the idea, the vision, like, imagine if you booked a modern WrestleMania and people just didn't age and die. Just, you know what I mean? Like, they just, like you could book the Hart Foundation. You could book the Bulldogs. You could still book, Steamboat and whoever, and nope, just 2 count. So imagine you could do that. That was my vision, that you could have a modern WrestleMania and, you could still book all those guys. Like I said, the whole idea is like when you have like WrestleMania or Rumble or whatever, that, you just put in random and who knows what kind of pay-per-view or you're going to get. It could be old school. It could be new school, And finally, you have always been doing old stuff, not any new stuff. That's actually true. Probably what we should do, and it would be a special stream, is just do like, like Brock Lesnar and Cena or something like that. Just in that way, there is some of that, you know. One, two, 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 two. All you gotta do is me. 1, 2, 3, 3. It's a three count. No, 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 no. It's two. It's two. Yeah, he was always doing that, Joe. I don't know, man. Sometimes he was kind of annoying. He was kind of an annoying announcer. And there we go. The Bulldogs have got the win. Pinned Ricky Steamboat with that headbutt. And they're celebrating. Dynamite looks awful. It is bloody and awful. Which is nothing compared to AEW Fight Forever, where it's going to be just blood everywhere. That is going to be an exploration. I'll see you next time here on Farfinger Gaming.